Okay. So when I meet somebody who had vision problems, I always ask the beginning of his or her story about the vision. What happened when it started to deteriorate. Okay, so decreasing.
I know.
So I think this is quite known for you, that it can be very interesting and important sometimes. So what do you aware of your story and your beginning?
I don't exactly remember. I think the glasses appeared somewhere around age 7 or 8. It was a low diopter when I started. It was, I think it was 175 or 0.75. I don't remember. But when I took off my glasses, it was 8.5. So
Oh,
it grew.
yeah.
I remember. I don't remember a lot about that period, but it's a period of time where my parents are getting a divorce, rather dramatic divorce, and I'm told by my parents that I would get up every day at school and tell everything that was going on at home, but I don't remember any of it.
Oh, oh,
And that the teachers were kind of like appalled, and they called my parents. It's like, what is going on? And the other thing that I remember is I remember very clearly that I didn't have any friends at school, that I was very lonely, and that I really felt the world was kind of like attacking me, and like it. And I remember thinking to myself, and this I actually do remember, that I wish the world would just take one step back and give me some room to breathe, room for myself.
oh.
And I loved books. I was always, my best friends were books, and I would read all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. So I was not so happy where I was. I wanted to be somewhere else, in a book, preferably.
Yeah. Did you read the books in eyeglasses? So wearing eyeglasses or without glasses?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I think once the glasses were put on, I was told very seriously by the eye doctor to never take them off. And I
Yeah.
was kind of a good girl, so I never took them off. So
Yeah.
I sort of assume I read with them too, which now I know is a really bad idea. But I don't actually remember it. It's the glasses were kind of integrated
Yeah. Yeah.
after a while.
Yeah, I ask it because usually eye doctors say this, that okay, wear the glasses all day, and I think that it's not good for reading these glasses.
Right, especially a child with myopia that's wearing the reading all day and wearing the glasses to read. It's a very bad idea.
Yeah, yeah,
That's probably what I did. I don't remember really.
yeah, of course. And these things what you mentioned, so you remember that this was your thought at that age, or this is your thought in this age about that period?
That thought was from that age. I remember that
That
thought.
age. Oh,
Yeah,
mm.
that's
And there was,
I don't remember
yeah.
much anything else, but I do remember that thing. I remember walking around the school and thinking, I wish they would just take one step back and give me more
Oh,
space.
oh my God, yeah.
Mhm.
And was there anybody who could who you could share with who you could share with your feelings, you could trust, and so you mentioned that there was a teacher and you told everything to this teacher.
I got up at class and told everybody everything,
Ah,
not to the teacher personally.
yeah, okay,
But I mean, my mother tells this. I don't remember it,
yeah,
but I don't think I really had anyone I could trust at that point.
yeah,
I didn't have so much friends. My parents were going through this like horrible divorce, and I don't really remember anything else. Around the age 8, um, my babysitter from when I was a child, when I was 2 years old, I was living in the United States, and there was this girl who would babysit me and my brother, and she came to Israel and she lived for 6 months with us, with my mother. And I remember that was someone I felt very, very close to. But I don't think I confided in her. Just her presence was good for me. I don't think I confided in anyone. I don't remember.
Yeah. And what happened after this divorce? How life went go on?
Well, after that, life just went on. I mean, I was never very happy at school. I was a very, very good student, but I never had friends, and it was very hard for me. And people would, now they would call it bullying. Back then, they would call it just like normal kids' behavior of treating badly somebody who's a little different. And so then we went to live 1 year in Canada with my dad, which I really, really insisted on, because I felt I couldn't be more miserable than I was in Tel Aviv, where I was living. But that was not true. I actually could be more miserable. And then I went to live with my dad when I was 13 for 1 year in Canada, and certainly I was more miserable. And then after that year, I came back to Israel, and I was like, okay, if I was miserable here and I went there and I was miserable too, it must be me. And then I started working on myself to change the way I interacted with people. Decided it couldn't be their fault. If everybody doesn't like me, maybe it's something that I'm doing. So
in such a young age, you realized this.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, my earliest self-help. I remember I decided to pay very, very close attention to what I was saying, and just like think before I even opened my mouth. And I did that for a very, I don't even remember how long, but a very long while, I think. And then after that, I had friends, and then some other things changed. They put me in some class with a lot of people who were really, really smart. So I was already not being bullied for being the smartest ones, because I was no longer the smartest one. And then I made friends, and then it all turned around for me around age 15, 16. Yeah.
And did you ask help from somebody else as well, or only you changed something in yourself?
Just me.
Just me.
No help.
Okay. And what was the story of the diopters? Because it's your first glasses were quite small, as you mentioned. What happened with the diopters?
I don't really remember, but they grew with me. And I remember at some point when I was a teenager, my mother was really worried because they were growing very, very fast. And my mother doesn't wear glasses. My father does, but my mother, I mean, now she does. She's 80. She has presbyopia. But back then she was like, no glasses. It was really strange for her that a child of hers would need glasses, and she was very worried that I couldn't see and that it was going very, very fast. And we went to all these like big experts, professors, and they said, never take off the glasses. And then they put even stronger glasses and stronger glasses. And and I had headaches and things like that. And then at a certain point, it stopped at 8.5, and then I stayed with 8.5 for until I was 38, until I discovered that there was a way back.
Yeah. And when did it stop? Do you remember? No.
Because I really didn't pay so much attention to it. It was for me something very, very natural. It was not strange, or it was not something unusual. My mother was worried, but there was, when I was a teenager, there were so many other things going on. I was really not thinking about the glasses.
Yeah.
I was thinking about boys and makeup, maybe, or being more popular, or being, writing, or whatever was on my mind, or like some adolescent dramas.
Yeah. So many things happening in teenager years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
very confusing. Yeah. I share my experience in this topic when I see that diopters are growing. One, as far as I see, that one reason is the permanent checking by doctors. This is not healthy, because when you go to a doctor, there is always a diopter which is better than the old one, and if they give it, then the diopters can grow very fast. And the other thing, what I feel sometimes, it's only an impression, that some people had an injury on the soul, and that's why diopters started. But some people somehow cured these things, and then their vision stop on a very small level sometimes. But sometimes I feel that in some people this injury is not there is no wound on it, but it is still hurting, and everyday life is giving impressions of hurting again and again, and that's why protection is growing. So these are my thoughts about decreasing very fast, because there is no capacity to see clear, because it's very painful to see clear. So yeah, but this is something else. So
no, but that, I agree. I think it was still very hard for me all through my adolescence. Even though I already had some friends, I was really in a big fight with my family, with myself. It was not an easy time, and I did not feel that I was whole, or that I was in a good place with myself. And also, what you say about the doctors, I was very much concerned with grades and being graded. So being tested was something that was very important for me. And so I was even more stressed when I went to the doctor. So for sure, they found more diopters when I was like, is this the right answer, or is this the wrong answer? And then it's all over for me, because it was so important.
yeah, yes, I can understand. And what did you graduate? How did you continue your studies?
After I finished school, I went to study Hebrew literature, which is literature, like the kind of the love of my life. And also because I had graduated high school from sciences, from physics, mathematics, and I was a very, very good student. Everybody was like, literature, you're going to throw your life away to the garbage. What a terrible choice. You cannot do it to your grades. And so I studied a double major, Hebrew literature and business management, which I never, ever used. But I did live 20 years as a translator, so I did make my living from literature. But
Yeah,
so but also there was always this like pressure of like I had to somehow take advantage of my abilities, not to be happy, but to somehow maximize some sort of benefit in the world. It was really weird. But when I meet adolescents and young people who have a passion, and everybody's telling them don't do it because you won't be able to survive, I always tell them do it. Very, very strongly, because I feel that people have like this statistic idea of what you can make a life with, and they just totally forget about why you make a life for yourself, which is for your soul, right? So
yeah. Not only survive, but to live
exactly. So
life. Yeah, yeah. And how was your vision in the university? Do you remember?
I don't. I think I think I didn't think about it that much. I didn't think
Yeah.
about it that much for all these years. It was high. It was like 8.5. I was like going between contact lenses and the glasses, mostly contact lenses, and but I don't think I ever gave it much thought. It's really very, very normalized, and
Mhm.
8.5 is not so high as for to like nobody said myopia magna or like you're going to go blind. Nobody really said that. They were just like, oh, okay, 8.5, that's pretty high. And I had headaches, and but it was all like in a way normal.
Yeah. It,
So I
it's
never
good.
thought about it again.
It's good that you didn't hear these sentences because it's very often that ophthalmologists project these things that, oh, this will happen and this, oh my God, it's very, very, very strong hypnosis.
Very strong hypnosis. Yes, I know.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, nobody. I don't remember it. I don't remember that.
yeah. And how did you hear about, or what happened that you started believe that it can be better again? What happened and
So
when?
really, what happened was that I had from like age 25 to 35, I had chronic back pain,
Mm.
and it got really bad at some point, and the doctor said, just get used to it because this pain is going to be with you for the rest of your life. And I was like, no, thank you. Not so interested in this pain for the rest of my life. And I went and I looked and I found some osteopath, and then I started to work with her, and then I started to study with her, and I fixed my back pain. I have no more back pain. And I don't even consider that I have a back problem anymore because it's like, so, I mean, I'm 52 now. So, and I don't have any problem with my back. And then as we were working together, she always said that the body can heal itself, and that there's always, if you find the what is blocking it energetically and emotionally, and you can move the blah, blah. And I wondered, I was like, why are our eyes so poorly made that everything in the body can heal itself except for eyes? Because she was wearing glasses. And so, and everybody was wearing glasses, and glasses are so normalized. It's like the body can heal itself just except for the eyes. And I was like, huh, that's kind of weird because that's, that thing is there and we're like walking with this crutches. And then I met this guy and he told me something about it. And then I didn't actually go looking for it until I spent this like one crazy night reading a book from my computer with my contact lenses in. And I'm really an obsessive reader. I cannot leave a book. So and it was not a good book, but I wanted to finish it. I was like, I'm going to spend this night reading it, and then I'm going to just forget about it. It was vacations. I didn't have to do anything. And so I was reading and reading and reading and reading. And at some point I was so tired, I was just reading to like get it over with. And my eyes were really hurting. It's like, they were dry with the contact lenses, like, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to change into glasses and then I can finish the book and then I can go to sleep. And so I went to the bathroom to change from my contact lenses to glasses. And then there was like a huge cockroach in the bathroom. And I was like, because I'm afraid of cockroaches. And then I decided that it's better not to risk the encounter with the ferocious beast. And it's better to go to sleep with my contact lenses, which was always a bad idea.
Oh, oh,
And so I went to sleep with my contact lenses. But when I woke up, I couldn't even open my eyes. There was such a strong conjunctivitis. And then, I took out the lenses that they were like cornflakes. They were totally hard, totally crunchy. And then I called a friend to come and take me to the pharmacy. And they said, you just have conjunctivitis, nothing. You just, take these drops. And then I had 4 days to like just lie on the couch, not do anything, and think about all the things that I like to do that don't involve seeing, which is almost no thing, because I like walking around seeing nature. I like reading. I like dancing. I like, playing sports. I like so many things, and most of them require eyes. So I was like, okay, this is it. Eyes, I'm going to treat you better now. Not gonna be so inconsiderate. And then I went and I looked and I found that there was a Bates Method school in Barcelona. I did some courses. I did some weekend course. I actually organized one so I could so I can do it free because I didn't have so much money. And I did this course, and actually, you know, we did these things where you stand in front of the letter chart and you look at the letters, the first thing. And I was so embarrassed to stand where I actually could see the letters that I stood a little further away. So I couldn't see the letters because I was like almost touching with my nose the wall where the paper was hanging. And so I didn't see any improvement in this first course. And I didn't see any improvement in the second course that I did. But somehow I felt something because it was really like I fell in love with it. I was like, I have to learn this. And then I enrolled in the school, in the Bates Method School, and became a visual educator.
Mm. Yeah, it's very interesting that you had this idea that if any other parts of the body can be healthy, then why the eyes cannot be treated? And I realized this that it's this first idea is not coming naturally from the people, because all other hypnosis which are coming from the media, from doctors, from everywhere, is so deep in our society that, okay, your eyes are having this shape, and it is genetic, you cannot do anything, you have to wear eyeglasses or other things. And yeah, it's so important that we should change somehow this this strong belief that, okay, this is also a part of my, and I can do something for it. So I think that you were also a rebellist as I, because as a doctor, my rebellist is that I was always speaking with the patient, not only examine them, that, okay, sit there, don't smoke, don't tell anything, don't speak. I just interested in your eyeballs and nothing else. I always chatting with them, and they told me several interesting stories. What was the beginning of this story? What happened in their life? Sometimes they told me stories about how they could treat their eyes, and I was surprised. Oh my God, is it is it possible? I never heard about it at the university. So yeah, I think it's very interesting that some people can believe it, and others somehow think that it's impossible, that it's to see well again. So for me, it's very interesting, and that's why I would like to collect many stories to show people that, okay, the first step is to believe that this is possible, and then the other thing is how. So you had this first step, and it's fantastic that you had this free idea, and it's also very it's happening very frequent that people don't experience any increase improvement after some exercises. So when did you experience that, okay, I like doing this, I believe in this possibility, but when did you feel that, okay, something is happening with me?
I don't really know. I don't remember like a moment that was very distinctly this is the moment where I improved. I think I started after I did 2 courses, and I was practicing very diligently, very tensely, you know, doing the exercises.
Yeah.
very strong doing the exercises. And and somehow it was not it was, I really fell in love. It was not something that I could explain with results. I did not get any results at the beginning, and I did not feel that I felt any different, but I guess I did because I really wanted it. I was like, I want to do this. I want to. I don't. So I really don't know. It was somewhere from my kind of like the inner wisdom that you don't question. It's like, okay, you want to follow this path, and it was not based on some concrete evidence of improvement.
Yeah. So I think you were the ideal patient, because this is the I think sometimes the most important, that you had the bigger belief, and you didn't wait it for the exact result. You just fall in love with this and enjoyed the path, and not it wasn't dependent on the result, as far as I understand. Is it true?
I don't think that I'm the ideal patient because I'm very slow to improve, and I'm still not. I don't have perfect vision. So there's always some part of me that really believes, and some part of me that never really believes. So yeah, there's the two aspects exist, coexist inside me. I did feel, and this actually happens to a lot of people with higher diopters, a sense of great liberty when you take the glasses off. Once you get through the being scared of like a truck running you over, even if you're at home, because something really horrible will happen if you take off your glasses. I think it's the peripheral vision, because putting on glasses, minus glasses with high diopters, is like being in a very small place, because everything becomes small, and it's only here in front of you, and my glasses were really small, so your world is like really, really small. And then you take off the glasses, and all of a sudden the periphery, even if you don't, even if everything's blurry, it's there, right? And it has like the right size. It's not like small. And I think I've met more people, because I come from like a relatively high diopters. A lot of people who have high diopters come to me because they feel that I can understand their journey. And some of them, after this first step of taking off the glasses and being like, I'm going to die, when they see that they're not going to die, they just feel this immense feeling of relief, of being in the world, the blurry world. But and I think when we talk about having good eyesight, we always think of visual acuity, right? But having the periphery is being like in a place that's open and wide, and having the glasses on is like being in a very small place, and it's stressful small place. So I took off my glasses more and more, and I just hated the glasses. And every time I would put them on, they would just give me headaches. But it was not like, it's not that I was like lowering my glasses all the time, because I couldn't put them on. I would put them on for 10 minutes and I would get a headache. So, but the glasses were at like 4.5 or 3.5 diopters at the end. But it's not like when I took them off, I saw what a person with 3.5 diopter would see. Probably my vision was worse. But the vision kind of like came and went. And so the moments where I had clear flashes and I could see everything clearly were so clear that putting on the glasses for just like this mediocre vision was a lot less enjoyable. And and so I've kind of quickly got rid of the glasses when I realized that I don't really need them, that I'm not really going to die, that I am going to, that I can do everything in my life without them. Then I just stopped using them.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. I have some patients who has quite high dioptries, and they also enjoy being without glasses, but sometimes I experience that if they don't wear their eyeglasses as much, their diopters are growing. And I have the feeling that they still have some stress, and they try to do some things in the same way. That's why it is getting worse. So what do you think? How can how could you manage this situation that your vision didn't became worse and worse without glasses? So what can be?
I don't know. I just never check it.
Yeah.
So I think it is getting better. I know that it's getting better because I see things that I couldn't see before.
Yeah.
But when I realized this vision is changing all the time, then I realized that that I don't need somebody's, or I don't want somebody else's opinion on my vision, because I think my last visit to the shop, the optometrist, optician.
Yeah.
I was wearing it at that point. I was not wearing, but I was sometimes using 4.5 diopter glasses, and she said, "No, you have 6." And I was like, "I can't put on the 6 glasses. It gives me a headache." And she was like, "No, you have 6, and I can give you 5.5 if you want to reduce them." And I was like, "No, but my reduced glasses are 4.5. I want to reduce them. They give me a headache." And it was like an argument, and I was like, she doesn't know what I need. She doesn't know what's good for me. I'm measuring now 6, but I don't know what I measure when I go out into the street. So I don't want to have this. And it made me feel really bad, because she made me feel like I was imagining my improvement. And that happens a lot. That happens to people who are like improving, and they feel that they see better, and then they go and they check, and it's like, no, you don't see better. It's like, what do you mean I don't see better? I see better. It's a perception. I can see things. I can read signs. I can see, I see better. But so I know that I know what you're saying about I don't know about the diopters actually growing to more. I'm certainly not at 8.5, not in 6, and not in 5. I mean, much lower than that. But there is of course a strain when you're walking around in the blurry world. You are straining to see, because if not, the world would not be blurry. And I mean, other visual educators have told me also that maybe if I took off the glasses too soon, then I get used to the blur, and then I kind of stay there. But this is just my journey. This is what's happening. I can't, there's no, I tried to do it some other way, but I cannot put on the glasses. I got some, year and a half ago, I got some contact lenses just to go dancing, because when I go dancing, so sometimes it's the night and I don't see the people and I feel uncomfortable. And at first when I got them, I was like, oh, I'm going to probably use them all the time. And I never use them. I never want to use them. I just don't want it. But I think in a way, the vision, the non-corrected vision that I have is truly where I am. And I feel, although it's sometimes frustrating and sometimes, it's blurry and I don't see what other people see, blah, blah, blah. I feel that it's my truth at this moment. And I don't want to be in that box just in order to somehow, in a way, appease someone else. So this is a question I actually ask myself a lot, because shouldn't I already have perfect vision, but I don't. So do I need to correct it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I know. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, it's completely okay. So as a doctor, I like when somebody enjoys the vision of of her because this is your life and this is your vision, and I only help you to manage some things if you need me. But for me, it's completely okay if somebody doesn't need any eyeglasses or happy with the vision. Sometimes it's very funny because I'm a doctor and I can write prescriptions, and people are sitting here. There is a eye chart on the wall, and I have these lenses for correcting, and I offer people some diopters. Okay, this is good. Look at the table, but I always also ask them, okay, stand up and go to the window and look around, because this is the dioptry you have to live with, and it's not important how do you see the chart. This is a completely crazy thing. And once there was a lady, and she was sitting there, and she was approximately -6, and she asked me a lens which was good for the top 2 or 3 lines. And she said that, oh, it's so good, it's so comfortable, I see very, very good with these lenses. And I said, oh, okay, this is and it's okay. But others are not feeling safe and comfortable with this kind of vision. So it's so different how people react on the situation. So it's great that you can feel this power inside that, okay, this is good for me. But what do you do? Do you still do practices, or how do you work on it? Or do you think that this is a work, or did you change your lifestyle? So how do you say it for yourself? What are you doing?
I still play with it all the time. I still explore it all the time, and I'm still improving all the time, and I'm still learning all the time. I'm most of the time I'm aware of what my vision is doing, what my eyes are doing, how the image is, and I do a lot of different kinds of things to release it, and I have a lot of clear flashes during the day, so I'm all the time going between clear and blurry, which is also a thing that when you put on the lenses, it's gone. Yeah. So you have like the mediocre, you can see all the time, but you can never really see, because when there's a clear flash, you're like, wow, the world opens up and it's beautiful. And with the glasses, it's never beautiful. It's just always okay. So I kind of go between, clear and blurry, and I'm trying to get it to be more stable at clear. And I work on it from very different angles. I do a lot of affirmation work with myself, of saying things to myself and seeing which of them work. I do like the Bates exercises themselves, going with the line or doing the swings, noticing the movement, all of that. And I also do some exercises that have to do with squeezing and releasing, which really I feel help. And I feel in a way that almost anything I do will bring clarity back for a moment, but then I have to be doing that and not doing anything else. So it's kind of a problem. I can either see clearly or do things in life. So I'm trying to find a way to do both. So it's very interesting. Yeah. What else? I don't know. I feel that I'm learning this thing all the time, and learning how to heal it for myself and for other people, and creating like new ideas with it and having new perceptions of it. So sometimes it's frustrating, but it's never boring.
Yes.
And I guess when I started out, my idea was that I wanted to fix my vision so I can go back to ignoring my eyes, which was like, like when I had the glasses, it was like, this is it, glasses. There was no special problem, just glasses. And I was kind of like not in touch with my vision at all. And then when I started doing natural vision, I thought, oh, I'll just, I'll work really hard at it, get rid of it, and then I can go back to ignoring it. But that's not what happened. And so I'm very happy it's not what happened because it's become like a path of self-healing, of healing a lot of things, and discovering a lot of things. So.
And did your life or lifestyle changed when you took off your glasses?
Yes. Before I took off my glasses, I was working as a translator. So I was sitting really long hours in front of the computer and obsessing about which word is the right word for something, and just like. And when I took off the glasses, and decided that I really want to use them less, so I also stopped working as a translator, which I'm not at all sorry about. And for a while, I stopped reading as much, which I already went back to, and I stopped seeing a lot of movies, which I'm sort of back to, but not so much. So there were some things that I did less, or like less going out at night, because in the darkness I didn't feel that I saw so well, which I also went back to doing, like going out at night, although I'm a different age now, so. But I still go out dancing and go out, do things at night. Yeah, I guess those are the main things that changed in my life. So I totally changed my profession. Although I did come back to writing and to books, because I wrote the 2 books, and now I'm editing a book, and so I'm back with books.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I can say that my life always changes. I've always made a lot of changes in my life every few years. So it's not it's not like I had like one life and I changed it totally. I've done so many different things. So now I'm doing again different things.
Yeah, it's great. People sometimes have difficulties with driving or traveling. So how about these things in your life?
I don't drive, but I do. But I never did. It's not so different. I do ride a bicycle. So, but I rode a bicycle from the beginning. It was just like, okay, just riding someplace that you know where you are, and it's not a problem. I didn't ride to places where I didn't know where I am. So
yeah. Okay.
I mean, the thing is with the riding without glasses is that you're not going to get into an accident because you have more peripheral vision. So driving maybe is more of a problem because it's much faster and it can be at a distance where I can't see. But on the speed I go on the bicycle, you see everything. It's not a problem.
Yeah. And how do you feel? Was there any change in your inner world or inner view after taking off the eyeglasses? Or is it so slow that you cannot say that this happened from that time?
Yeah, I think there's definitely been a change in my inner life. I think a lot of layers of perfectionism and being very being very hard on myself and having to be the best at everything went away, and that really enabled me to go do things that I love and I'm not very good at. For example, singing, which I'm okay at, but not very good, and dancing and other things that I like to do. Because I think before that, when I wore the glasses, I was I felt that, if you do something, it's because you do it really well. And I couldn't stand to be not the best. So now I'm like very happily not the best at so many things. it's very much more relaxing. So
Yeah.
this idea of very, very high expectations from myself is much easier. So there's less judgment on myself, and that really reduces a lot of tension, or that's really a lot of tension that got reduced. So in a way, I'm very thankful for taking off the glasses for so many things that I do. And also I noticed a lot of things that I don't think I would have noticed with the glasses. I'm much more conscious of the way I move through the world, which could have happened without the glasses also. But I really related.
Right. When you mentioned your strong glasses, that you could see only this small part of the world, I remembered a patient of mine who had -8, and he said that he tries to control everything in his life, and it's very tiring, and sometimes things happening in a different way, and in these cases he's very nervous. And I think that this vision is very much connected somehow with this control, that you concentrate on a small part of the life and tries to control, but it's very hard, and life is always changing, so it's almost impossible. So yeah, so these things are very, very interesting, and yeah, it's very, very different to live in this whole perspective and let things happen, which is sometimes easy to say, but it's not so easy to do. Yeah, so
I think from my experience, people with myopia, and especially higher myopia, are very, very sensitive. So like taking off the glasses in a way like lowers the volume of the world. The world is really screaming at these people, and at me also. Like you feel everything, you notice everything, you feel responsible for everything. You see everybody's hurting, and you want to like do something, and not always you can do something. And you have all these like emotions that are really flooding you. And then you take off the glasses, and it's less clear, but everything's like a bit more quiet in a way. And also this thing that you say about the control and about the central vision. So really it takes off a lot of pressure. And I have this this client that has 18 diopters, and of course she would never go out without glasses until she started going with me, and then I took her to take walks, and then she started taking walks by herself with her glasses off. And she said, when I'm with my glasses off, I'm amazed at how well I see. But when I'm with my glasses on, I just feel how badly I see. So it's really like there's it's not so much about the visual acuity, but just about the emotion that is being triggered by the glasses, of feeling that you're not enough. And when you take them off, it's just somehow enough. It's just so really one of the things that I noticed more than anything is that we think we can achieve a lot more, or do a lot more with the glasses on, or we have this feeling when we take them off that if we had perfect vision, we could do this or that. But it's not so true. Sometimes you just the feeling already of being with the glasses is like you need to do more and more perfectly, and when you take them off, it's okay what you're doing. And so it's very, very relaxing, even though there is the tension of trying to see. I certainly understand that tension is there because the world is blurry.
Yeah.
So
there was also an interesting story. A friend of mine told me that when she took off the -5, she had the experience that she cannot see clear the faces, but it was very good because she didn't waited the reaction of the other. So she had a freedom feeling that, okay, I can do anything because I'm not dependent on the other's opinion. So I think it's also very important that you don't have to be somebody else, but you can show who you really are. and this blurry can help in this to express yourself.
Yeah, because you feel somehow less judged, less evaluated. A lot of people who take off their glasses say that. They say, I feel that people are judging me less. And I mean, why? Actually, people are judging you more because you don't see clearly. They're like, what? You don't see? So, yeah.
Yeah, very, very nice story. Do you think you have something else what is important in your vision or experiences, which I didn't ask?
No, I think we talked about a lot of things. I didn't. There's nothing particular that that I want to. Okay, there is one thing, and this is like I think there's something that goes on between the person and the society, which is very interesting with eyesight, because I don't know how fast you run, but I don't run very fast. But it's okay, some people run very fast and some people don't run very fast. But I'm very good with languages, and some people are not very good with languages, and it's okay. But somehow, because of the glasses, it feels like everybody should see the same. And so there's like very low tolerance from the outside for people who are not wearing glasses, which is a really strange thing. I mean, when I started out, I would have to like push my nose against, whatever to read it. And people would be like, put on your glasses. And they would really get upset that I'm not wearing glasses and that I'm getting my nose very close to the paper or whatever. And it's like, why do you care? What is your problem with me not wearing glasses? And I feel that there's a lot of intolerance towards other people trying to heal naturally their eyesight. People are like, I don't know, it's annoying to people, or people are very aggressive about you not seeing them in the street. It's like, you didn't see me. I'm not wearing glasses. I'm not wearing glasses. I didn't see you. I won't see you. And then people kind of have a slightly aggressive reaction about this. And I think it's strange that it should be such a aggressive relationship between people who are trying to do something to heal naturally, and their environment is not at all supportive in many ways. So I think there's like a lesson in tolerance that could be interesting for everyone, to say your visual acuity is also a choice. You can decide to not see so well and live with that and not decide to do any exercise or anything. It's your choice. And people should be more, there should be more variety, more acceptable variety about this topic, right? Because if I don't run so fast, nobody's going to be like, what? You can't do the marathon? I can't believe it. Get on a motorbike right now and stop walking. I'm like, no, I walk slowly, but I like walking. So I think it should be legitimate to see in all different ways.
Yeah. It's true what you say. I also experience it because I have several patients with color deficiency, and they say that sometimes people look at them as they were stupid or dementia or something crazy, because the other people who has normal color vision, which we don't know what does it mean really, but others cannot imagine that somebody else can see the world in a different way. And I think it is frightening somehow, because it's questioning our deeper belief in our existence or something, that somebody else can see the world in a different way. And this intolerance can manifest in many ways, in the vision, in color vision, in lifestyle, in other things. So it's very, very interesting and very painful sometimes when people cannot accept these things. And we have to be very how to say, strong in our inner that, okay, I don't mind what you think about my past, but I would like to follow my path because it's important for me. And okay, I listen to you, but don't try to push me into another way.
But you know, I've always been a person who's like different, so I might as well see perfect or not see perfect. It doesn't matter. I always kind of stick out because I do things my own way. And talking to people are always like, when they come to me in private, they're like, oh, you're so lucky. You don't care what people think, which is not true. You just do things your own way. And then they're like, oh, I wish I were brave like you. But actually, they're the reason that people have to be brave in order to do things their own way, because when they see me do these things and they're with other people, they're like, oh, look, why is Orit barefoot in the grass instead of wearing shoes like everybody else, or whatever. They always have like some commentary that makes like my thing, my doing it my way, be like a strange thing. And it's just themselves blocking themselves from doing what they want. So I think I don't want to become strong to resist like what other people say. I want people to let go of trying to tell other people what to do and be more curious, be more open. I think not only about eyesight, but about anything that people do differently than you. And then everybody can go back to being more authentic, and they don't have to be so terrorized by their neighbors looking at them doing something that's strange, you know? That's so I would really like to encourage everybody to be more open, and then they can be more free to be themselves rather than become strong to be themselves. And it's something that on a society level, I think also walking around without glasses is like questioning people's like fixed ways of doing things.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good message. Yeah. Okay. So I think it was very, very interesting and very mind-opening for me again. It's always because my vision was always good for far. So I had no experience, no personal experience with myopia. And but I can imagine several things because I was talking a lot with others, and it's so interesting for me to listen and to speak about the vision, what it is in reality, and not only the eye chart. So, so thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And keep in touch and continue.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I will send this recording to you as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.